Let's take a look at number 22. We got 4x squared minus 28x minus 4x and plus 28. Then we'll have factored. Always our first method of factoring is GCF, the greatest common factor. Well, these, looks like they're all divisible by 4, so I can factor a 4 out. And that gives me x squared minus 28 divided by 4 is 7, so 7x, minus 4 divided by 4 is 1, so we've got negative 1x, or just negative x, plus 28 divided by 4 gives us 7. So that's the GCF. Now looking at what's inside the parentheses, just what's inside the parentheses, the 4 just keeps carrying down but doesn't change any. We notice we got 4 more terms. Well, as we come down here, grouping is 4 more terms. So what we do with grouping is we group first 2 together, group last 2 together. And you look at what the GCF is of each group. So if I look at the first group, the x squared minus 7x, they have an x in common. So I factor that out. And that gives me x minus 7. Excuse me. Second group has nothing in common, but my first term is negative. Whenever your first term is negative, you always factor out a negative. So I factor out negative 1, which gives me x minus 7. Now with grouping, you're trying to get this parentheses the same as this, which they are. So I'm going to factor out the x minus 7. And to see what goes in your second set of parentheses, you can cross out what's inside of these parentheses. And what isn't crossed out then goes over here, which would be x minus 1. Now sometimes they have those reversed. They'll put the x minus 1 here and x minus 7 there. It does not matter what order. 4, x minus 7, x minus 1 looks like A. So let's check that, 22A. And that checks.